July 20th, 1944, 15,000 feet above Bassenheim, Germany. Lieutenant Colonel Francis Gabby. Gabreski rolls his P-47 Thunderbolt inverted and dives straight at a German airfield. Below him, fuel trucks, mechanics, rows of fighters. He's already the most successful American ace in Europe. He doesn't need another kill, but he goes in anyway. The 8.50 caliber machine guns erupt. 2 seconds. A Messerschmitt explodes on the runway. He pulls up, too low. The wingtip clips the earth. Metal tears. The Thunderbolt cartwheels into flame. Germany didn't shoot him down. His own aggression did. By the end of that morning, the most feared American pilot in Europe is a prisoner of war. But to understand how he became that feared, you have to go back to when German pilots were still laughing. The skies over France are controlled by the Luftwaffe. Veterans of Poland, France, Britain, Russia. They have thousands of combat hours. Their fighters, the Messerschmitt Bf 109 and the Focke-Wulf Fw 190, are agile, fast, lethal. Then the Americans arrive with something new. The P-47. It looks wrong. Too big. Too heavy. Too bulky. German pilots nickname it the milk bottle. They assume it will be easy prey. Gabreski hears the reports. He had already flown Spitfires with the RAF. He knows how brutal European dogfighting can be. And when he climbs into the Thunderbolt for the first time, he understands something the Germans don't. This aircraft isn't built to turn. It's built to survive. Early missions are unforgiving. American pilots try to dogfight. They lose. The P-47 bleeds energy and tight turns. It feels sluggish below 20,000 feet. German aces exploit it. Losses mount, but Gabreski notices something. At 25,000 feet, the engine doesn't fade. The turbo-supercharger feeds it compressed air. While German fighters struggle for oxygen, the Thunderbolt maintains full power. Gabreski changes tactics. Don't turn. Climb above them. Dive through them. Never stay. Energy becomes his religion. Altitude becomes his insurance. And then there are the guns. 8 Browning .50 caliber machine guns. 3,400 rounds. At 300 yards, the streams converge into a 6-foot circle of destruction. 2 seconds inside that circle. An aircraft disintegrate. German cannon shells are powerful, but limited. Gabreski's guns don't fire in bursts. They pour. Solid streams. German survivors describe it as flying into a wall of steel. Gabreski's victory count rises. 5, 10, 15. The laughter in the Luftwaffe briefings begins to fade. Late 1943. The air war changes. P-47 formations climb higher than German fighters expect. From 30,000 feet, Gabreski rolls inverted and dives. The Thunderbolt accelerates past 500 miles per hour. No German piston fighter can match that dive. He fires at deflection angles that would have seemed impossible months earlier. A Messerschmitt splits apart mid-air. No spiral. No smoke trail. Just fragments. German intelligence updates its assessment. The Thunderbolt is now classified as extremely durable, highly dangerous above 25,000 feet, difficult to shoot down. Gabreski doesn't read those reports. He feels the change directly. Fewer German fighters rising to meet them, more burning wreckage falling. The sky is slowly tilting. June 6, 1944. D-Day. Over 500 Thunderbolts provide air cover for the invasion. Gabreski patrols layered formations from sea level to high altitude. German fighters attempt to reach the beaches. They fly into a wall of P-47s. You can't climb over them. You can't dive under them. Their guns turn aircraft into aluminum rain. Gabreski reaches 20 kills, then 25, then 28. He becomes the top American ace in Europe. But here's what matters. He didn't win by being reckless. He won by being disciplined. Altitude, speed, short bursts. Leave before they react. The Thunderbolt is not elegant. It is inevitable. Meanwhile, Germany runs out of fuel, runs out of trained pilots, runs out of time. America builds Thunderbolts faster than Germany can destroy them. Gabreski loses friends. New pilots replace them. Germany loses veterans. They are gone forever. The imbalance is no longer tactical. It is industrial. July 20th, 1944, the morning of his crash. Gabreski already holds 28 victories. He doesn't need more. But war changes perspective. He spots German aircraft on an airfield. He dives. The strafing run is devastating. Explosions, fire, panic. He pulls up and decides to make one more pass. One more. That decision costs him everything. The Thunderbolt's wingtip strikes the ground. The aircraft flips and shatters. Gabreski survives the wreck, but not the capture. He spends the rest of the war behind barbed wire. The sky he mastered continues without him. While Gabreski sits in a prison camp, Thunderbolts keep flying. They destroy railways, convoys, airfields. Even German jets on takeoff. The Luftwaffe begins to collapse. Fuel shortages ground aircraft. New pilots arrive with barely 100 hours of flight time. American pilots arrive with over 400. German veterans develop what medics call Jabo fever. Physical anxiety when Thunderbolts are reported nearby. By 1945, the German Air Force exists mostly on paper. Former Luftwaffe commander Adolf Galland later admits the mistake. They laughed in 1943. They were wrong. The Thunderbolt was never meant to win dogfights. It was meant to win wars. Over 15,000 P-47 Thunderbolts are built. Millions of rounds fired. Thousands of aircraft destroyed. But numbers aren't what changed the war. It was the sound. German pilots gave the Thunderbolt's guns a nickname, Roosevelt's piano. Once you heard it, you never forgot it. Many heard it only once. Francis Gabreski did not defeat the Luftwaffe alone. No pilot could, but he represented the moment the sky shifted. When experience met industry, when elegance met mass, when tactical brilliance collided with overwhelming force and broke. In 1943, they laughed at the Thunderbolt. By 1945, there was no one left laughing. The thunder had spoken. And for a brief moment in history, Francis Gabreski rode the storm.